Well, greetings, everyone. My name is James Stanger, and I'm here to talk to you today about the United States Department of Defense 8140 directive. As a representative of CompTIA, I've studied the 8140 directive quite a bit. I've also helped the developers of the 8140 program. This is because not only do I represent CompTIA, but I represent an organization called the C3. The C3 is composed of many different cybersecurity certification providers, including CompTIA, ISC2, ISACA, SANS-GIAC, CertNexus, FITSI, and others. We're all very interested in the 8140 program and its success. So let's talk about the 8140 program. And in the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to talk about the program, why it has changed, how it has changed from 8570, and how this program is designed to improve confidence and how you can access resources to get the 8140 program going. Now, the 8140 program is obviously started by the United States Department of Defense, but it has a global impact. I've talked to people in Japan, in Australia, Thailand, and elsewhere about the 8140 program, and I've been lucky enough to work directly with the DoD leaders. And here are some of the messages they want you to know. First of all, the old 8570 program is gone as of February 2023. You're looking at the old 8570 program, and they used terms such as IAT and levels and ISAE and levels like intermediate and advanced. These are some examples of the old 8570 program. Well, that's gone. And the reason why it is gone is because there is a larger attack surface that needs to be protected. We also need a greater number of workers to fulfill a greater number of job roles, not just in cybersecurity, but in information technology in general. This is because there are so many problems facing the U.S. Department of Defense, U.S. corporations, but also governments and corporations worldwide. And these are some of those problems. Technical debt, which simply means this: when you skip a step as you create a cloud solution, you incur a debt. And if you don't pay it back, it comes back to you in the form of attacks, such as ransomware. Shadow IT, where information technology is sourced by a department that's not the IT department. Poor communication, immature processes. These are root cause problems that are facing corporations and governments everywhere, including the US DoD. Now, to help solve those problems, there have been directives that have come out from various entities. For example, the White House has issued directives about zero trust, about artificial intelligence. The United States DoD has issued something called the 5 data decrees. And these are basically ways in which increasingly everyone is expected to use data better, not only for artificial intelligence, but throughout an organization and throughout the military. There's also the skills-based directive issued by the White House. These are just examples of the critical skills focus that exists now. And these skills involve security, as in security analytics or pen testing, very important things, but also the concept of networking in general. We need better understanding of networking. We need better understanding of assisted decision-making. In other words, not just artificial intelligence, but the use of data. And these phrases that you're hearing, network transport and assisted decision-making, these are phrases that I've heard over the last few years from generals in the United States and elsewhere. We need more automation. We need a better understanding of the cloud, data center, and on-premise. We need project managers. We need data information specialists, people who can understand governance, risk management, and compliance, and operational technology, the technology that runs, for example, X-ray machines or artillery pieces or the water systems in a country or a city. These are the types of skills that have become extremely important. The old 8570 program didn't address those as well as it could. So that's why we have a new program and you're looking at specific knowledge codes put together by something called the DCWF. That's the Department of Defense, DCWF. And these codes have taken the place of 8570 codes. And I'm just showing you a few of those examples because we've seen changes in how we approach cybersecurity. We've moved from worrying about the defender's dilemma, what happens if you click on one-band link, to the attacker's dilemma, to studying what does an attacker have to do to be successful. That's much more powerful. We've moved from cybersecurity from the ground up and thinking, well, we're done with that, to iterative cybersecurity, meaning step by step we improve cybersecurity. We've moved from a tactical understanding of where IT is an afterthought to strategic IT, where IT is included from the beginning. We've moved from typical signature-based detection, such as antivirus, to heuristic detection. This is where we use sophisticated intrusion detection and zero trust technologies. We've moved from the perimeter to identity-based and zero trust. We've moved from isolated decision-making to assisted decision-making. And from the good to go, well, you've logged in, it's okay, to nothing can be trusted at any given time. So we have need upskilling, okay, in a wider variety of job roles, not just a few specific cybersecurity job roles, but dozens. We need more upskilling methods, better certifications, better assessments, better training. And we need to track that upskilling better. And we need to increase diversity in the workforce. This means that the DoD 8140 directive was created to solve these problems. And it's been interesting to be asked about the DoD program in the United Kingdom, in Thailand, in the United States, and Japan and elsewhere. It's something that is affecting the world. So here is a resource that you can go. It talks about the DoD update. It applies to all active duty personnel and contractors and private contractors. And it will apply to many countries who will be working with the United States Department of Defense, the Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Air Force, Marines, etc. Certifications remain an option, but training and education is now an option. All training, with just a few exceptions, has to follow either the 2659 training plus assessment, that's an ISO standard, or the ISO 17024 standard. Now, some universities that are regionally accredited will not have to follow that, and the schoolhouses that are based on United States bases don't have to follow that, but others do. When it comes to the United States manual, it was released in February of 2023, but here are some timelines to think about. Cybersecurity personnel need to be compliant by February of 2025. That's very soon. Other job roles will need to be compliant by February of 2026. The idea here behind 8140 is to open up the window wider so that there is a larger number of job roles that people get trained to. And this is very important to understand. Here's a copy of the 8140 manual, and you can download that at the URL given. But here's another resource that's very important. If you go to this resource, the DoD Cyber Exchange resource, you can learn more about all of the job roles that are included in the 8140 program. You can also take a look at the 72 work roles that are currently included in the DoD 8140 update. These work roles are mostly taken from the DCWF with some input from the NICE initiative. Mark Gorak leads the 8140 directive. There he is on the left of me there in that picture. The idea is to support new technology and support deployments of military and contractors around the world. The idea is that it provides key tasks, knowledge, skills, and abilities. Here is a very important resource for you to look at. It is called the 8140 Marketplace. Right here, you can type in any certification or any training program that has been approved. All you have to do is type in CompTIA, for example, or whatever topic you want, whatever job role that you want to type in. For example, I typed in CompTIA here, and you can see, for example, the CompTIA Security Plus certification was listed here. I typed in, I scrolled down a little bit more, and you can see where additional CompTIA certifications have been included. Cloud Plus, A Plus, for example. So right now, CompTIA has 8 certifications that are mapped to 31 of those job roles. And you could take a look at this at the CompTIA Marketplace, a very important resource. And you are not limited to just CompTIA. There are additional certifications that you can search for, and you could look for each of the job roles that you wish. For example, here is CompTIA Security Plus, and it maps to both NICE and to the DCWF. And there is a list of all of the DCWF work roles that CompTIA Security Plus is mapped to. Now, these numbers will change over time. There will be additional CompTIA certifications that will be added to the marketplace, and additional certifications from other entities that will be added to the workplace. Here's a great resource that you could take a look at. It's called the CompTIA DoD 8140 resource page. And here you can take a look at a matrix that we have put together by various job roles, by various KSAs, and you can see all of the different job roles that CompTIA certifications map to. Here's an additional resource. I've written 2 blogs, 2 entries that you might want to take a look at that tell more about the implementation of 8140. When it comes to 8140 and CompTIA, it's very important to understand this one thing. The United States DoD conducted research about the important skills that they needed. And guess what? At the same time, independently, we did the same thing at CompTIA, and we all agree on what those skills are. And that's why we have begun our mapping to all of the 8140 initiatives. And these initiatives will include, these job roles will include infrastructure, development, security, and data. These are 4 very separate things. Infrastructure meaning the cloud, for example, AI, let's say. Development, meaning code development, the creation of software. Cybersecurity, which we are all very strong in, certainly at CompTIA. And then data analytics and data science. We are including all of these pillars in our CompTIA products, and that's why we are mapping all of these areas to 8140. Take a look at all of these different specific job roles. We conducted research, and we found that 90% of the tech careers that exist today are listed right here. These are all very similar to those that are found in 8140, because we at the same time with the 8140 program, CompTIA, we realize through our industry research, we know what the important job roles and job skills are. So it's very important for you to understand that as we add on to our pathways at CompTIA, infrastructure, cybersecurity, data analytics, software is coming up. We have artificial intelligence. The key is that we are not necessarily doing this to catch up to 8140. It's because we are in agreement with 8140 and in the importance of upskilling workers so that they have a tremendous variety of skills and very deep hands-on practical skills. If you wish, you can download these slides, and in these slides you can then look at all the URLs that are there to study more about the 8140 program. That will allow you to understand exactly how you can create upskilling pathways using CompTIA products, using products from various certification and training providers, so that you can understand the 8140 program and create fantastic upskilling pathways. Thank you so much for your time.